Welcome back to Blue Otter Gaming. We are going to continue with going into the North Woods, where we're going to establish our name by refurbishing an old aquarium. Welcome to North Woods. You've been tasked with refurbishing this old aquarium. It already has several tanks, some decorations, and even a couple surviving fish. The aquariums have a heavy source of ecology points already, but that only unlocks new animals. To unlock other things, we need science points. So science points are used to unlock new pieces of equipment, tanks, and facilities for your guests. Both types of points are crucial to running a successful aquarium. Make sure you have an adequate supply of both. So we're going to go through. I really don't like the layout of this aquarium. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple things. We're going to move some stuff around, and we're going to make a better aquarium. So I'm going to keep these because I don't really have the ability to replace them. I also don't have the ability to replace tanks just yet because I don't have... if I go here, I only have a couple of terrariums and a small podium tank, but that's not going to do for the fish that I have available. So we're going to move a couple of these over here. We're going to move this over here. And we're going to move these around just a bit, and then we're going to delete everything we don't want, just so that way I can go through and I can clean up. And I will rebuy, I'll redo walls. I can always buy more food, feeders. Do think I'm going to keep those two just for convenience. Alright, so with that, we're going to, that's got everything moved. We're going to move this over here into the corner. We are going to come over here because I do want some royal grandmas. I've gone through this a little bit, so I'm a little familiar with it. We're going to do, that's 4, we're going to do 5. So that will max out that, but they do need a little bit more. So we're going to add some rubble, and that will help bring the filtration up to snuff that we need there. Second, we're going to then do the half and half. We're going to actually put them about here. And then we'll add there we are, to about right. We're going to add it back one. We'll eventually go through, we'll add some doors and some walls. This one is a wall tank, and we're going to make it we're going to make it right there with it. We're going to bring this around to here. And then this tank we're going to rotate around, and here we're going to actually move this over one more. Move that over against the wall. Alright, now where do I want my doors to be? I want to have a door here, here, one here, and here. So then we'll have wall, 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 wall. Oh, and then one more wall. Because guests don't like to see things that they shouldn't be seen anyway because they're behind there. So what I'm going to do is, because the only one that's eating the green is back here, we're going to actually move it so that it is right there. So it's nice and convenient for them to feed the yellow tanks. We are going to move this over to here, just to kind of give as much clear runway as we can to move. Once we get larger filters, we'll move those in as well. This we're going to move right here, because that will be where those will be located. And then we have 40 even. So I've got one tank that I can still move with, but we're going to get a tool station. That's what the last. And then just because we have so many, let's add a second tool station here. Hire at least one staff. I think we're going to hire, so we have Claire that's got 2 and 2. Romeo has 2 fixing, 1 cleaning. I'd get us some nice fixing and eventually some cleaning once we have access to cleaning supplies. Here's 2 with feeding and cleaning, and with 2 fixing. So I'm thinking we're going to start with Claire, and we're going to get Romeo just because that will give us 2 that will be able to get 3 different tasks with focusing on things. So if I go over here and manage, so Claire has she's going to be emphasis on feeding. That's her primary task, and Romeo's main task is fixing, and his secondary task is cleaning. If she needs to fix, she can also fix, but her first primary task is to feed. And with that, we are going to open our aquarium. So my plan is eventually we're going to wrap around and we are going to be building stuff in here. But before we do that, let's go ahead and start with one last creature that I would like to, one last animal that I would like to add is the eel. So you just place your first zebra moray eel. Zebra moray start small but will grow larger over time. Grown-up animals are worth more points, but they will only grow if you fulfill all of their core requirements and make sure there's enough space in the tank for them to grow. Hover over the growth icon to find out how many days it takes to grow up and what size it will be when it does. So it will be 4 days. So if we look at this, we're going to, over here, we've got 4 days, cannot grow until the requirements are, will grow to 9 after 4 days, decrease by 1 day, by 1 each day that the requirements are met. So one of the things, again, we need to make sure that we've got some cave requirements. Driftwood cave is really good for small caves. I usually, there's another one that I like better, but this is what I have access to right now. And then they also require mussels. So we're going to come over here and we're going to give them some mussels. And with that, we have all of their care requirements met. The tank and this, we have, will eat or damage arthropods when fully grown, 1 to 3. That's okay because our zebra eel is going to be a one-time creature. All right, with that, we are going to open our aquarium. Wall tanks. Good work. The aquarium is restocked and it's open to the public once more. You may have noticed that all of the tanks at Northwoods are embedded into the walls. They're called, unimaginatively, wall tanks. Wall tanks are viewed by guests from one side and accessed by staff via the other. This allows you to keep your equipment behind closed doors. Speaking of doors, the staff door allows your staff through while blocking guests. Handy. All of this is useful because from rank 3, guests expect your equipment to be hidden away and they will all complain otherwise. Well, if you're going to be complaining because you're behind the wall, then you shouldn't be behind the wall. Your next objective is to build your own wall tank matching the specification in your objectives. So my objectives, I need to build a wall tank size 3 by 3, any animal, sufficient water quality, sufficient heating, and the guests can't access the back. So what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to start with what fish do we want to add. So there are several different ways that we can go about. There are groupers, there's angelfish, there's a firefish, Hawaiian Dasculus. Again, I will probably butcher a lot of these names. These require some orange, which I think I have orange on this side. I have green over here, so I could do a green, and I would not need to go get a new one. I could also, I believe, there are some moray eels, and I think I might want to, eat sand eel and crab. So these eat different things. So what I might try to do is I'm going to hold off, I think, on getting those. But my first animal I think I'm going to get is the flame angelfish. Since it eats green, cannot be housed with flame angelfish. May eat or damage other animals that I don't have right now. And 3. So we're going to do that. And it's going to go into a little bit bigger of a tank. These are really cool. I think this might be a mod. And it would be a terrarium. I don't know why it's placed in with items though. These are the 2 big ones that I am really interested in. We have the power combo, which I definitely want because I'd be able to replace, especially with some of the larger ones. I wouldn't have to go through and do multiple machines. I could just have one machine. Basic pump allows me to have the machines up to 7 spaces away, which is fantastic because then I can have like open equipment that's out in the center of a room without having a pump attached. And then this is definitely a mod. This is a mod that allows me to raise a little bit of extra money by the people. So that's kind of a cool thing. But we're going to start with this power combination because that's probably the most frequent one that I will actually use. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to do a couple things. First off, I'm going to do that where I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to seal this off so that I can actually work over here without having to worry about pesky work visitors trying to get in my space, which can be rather annoying. So we're going to add a wall tank, and it needs to be 3 by 3, and we're going to add a door. And then we are going to move this here, move this here. We're going to add a door, working very fast. And then another wall. So I've actually got a couple things. And then we're going to move that over there. Move that right there. So that's against the wall. So I like to have things as clean and tidy as possible. So I've got some different animals that we can have. We have 3 by 3. So these would actually be pretty cool to have. I've got some basically, but we're going to try to do some we're going to do something in this larger tank. What I'd kind of like to be able to do is, and I don't think I have the, I don't have the, I think we're going to make this just a group tank. So we're going to have, we'll add a couple of these. We're going to pause the game so I don't kill my fish. Couple of these, and a couple of these, And I believe that is all the space that I'm gonna have room for, because I don't have... How much more space do I have? I don't think I have more. I don't think I have enough space to add one of these. Let me see, because I've got 1, 2... Oh, no, I got... So I added 3 of those, so we're gonna take that back. Let's go back, because I can do 1. I can't quite do but I can get another one of these. So this one will probably have a little bit of room. So what we're going to do is now we are going to build... You probably hear my dog playing in the background. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to add a power combo there. And then a basic heater, because I still need just a little bit more heat. We are going to actually add a little bit more space. We're going to do a staff door here, just because I like them to always be able to access it. And we'll have a hallway go down here with, we'll eventually have all of the eels. So with that, we're going to add some rubble. I'm not sure that will take it all, so we're going to add another filter. Nicely done. The next stage of aquarium expansion is down to you. You'll need funds. You'll need to fund the expansion using ticket sales to keep an eye on your cash flow, accessible by clicking on your current funds. It'll be a tough once. I'll be in touch once again once you grown to a moderate size. Good luck. All right, so I need to get the live shrimp, but to do that I also need the zooplankton dispenser, and then we're going to, because we've got several of them over there, we're just going to add a orange over here. And then once I get the angelfish, I will put the angelfish in with the tang. I have met all my requirements, but we're going to add some greenery with that, and that should be good. So we've so everything looks good. All right, so we just need to earn 160 prestige, and we are ready to go. So we're going to continue as we move on. So you want to balance being able to expand with being able to have money. Let's... She can go through and do that. Oh, and then we've also got these things that we can... I completely forgot about these things. Yeah, so you can put those decorations in the tank. And then once I get the angelfish, I'll probably put it in with the tangs. We are going to... We're gonna pause. We're gonna add... we're going to add a tank, a corner tank. We're going to put a staff door. I always like to have a staff door so that staff are never too far, because if they're having to go all the way back over here to come back to feed this tank, then that's too much time that they're wasting. So I plan on putting the angelfish in here, but we're going to get another eel down here, and then we're going to have like an eel wall over here, I think. And we'll see how that goes. A lot of prestige coming up. As soon as we get this one, we will probably be able to start having I'm just waiting for this guy to finish. Preferably this one would also be wonderful if it finishes. I haven't added the heater or filter because there's no reason to put that in there just yet. And this is adequate for that size tank. So you don't necessarily want to overdo, although once we have the pumps where you can do multiple feeds, then you can start having it where it's where you're sharing how much filtration and heating goes, or cooling once we get to the cooling level. We might get the prestige before we get the flamefish. I know once we get the flamefish, we'll definitely go over. As all of the people start going in and feeding, I might go in and grab one more person who can do feeding. I guess Isla's my last one. So we're going to prioritize feeding for her. So I kind of wish that the fixing was like they could do a little bit of maintenance during, so that you could prevent breakdowns entirely, but it is what it is. That does not detract from the overall game. So let's see what my percentages of views are. So yeah, so I have all my fish are getting viewed. I am getting pretty decent amount of science and ecology points, which is fantastic. I probably should put in for a few guest comforts, such as a bench. There, I was planning on putting a bench over here. And there is my angelfish. So one of the things I wanted to do, this one's a Schuler, that's pretty cool. So I wanted to work towards getting these eels. So we're going to start with the Abbott's Moray eel, which means it may only be kept one per tank. Okay, so that's the flame angelfish. So it just doesn't like others of its kind. Here is, we're going to try to put that in there and see how he does. If it threw a fit, we would definitely have an issue. Okay, he wants a little bit more greenery. I can deal with that. So we are going to add some more eelgrass to that. Looks good. And needs a little bit more filtration. So that is, we'll see if rocks will do that. Not enough. So we're going to give it just a little bit more of a filter, which will help. And put that over. So this one is also having some filtration issues. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna give it some small rocks, and then we'll do that as soon as we get finished with this little update. Present work on the latest expansion. You've proven you're ready for even more advanced aquarium designs. Time to learn about pumps. Pumps allow you to remotely locate your equipment away from your tanks instead of attaching your heaters, filters directly to the tank. You attach them to the pump, which is several tiles away. Demonstrate your understanding of pumps by building a pump and tank configuration matching the specifications in your objective. So we will do that in just a second. I want to see if I can get this where... Alright, okay, so I have unlocked that. So we're going to unlock the basic pump next. We're just going to do a little basic filter right there. That should be enough. And I realize that you can't access the... Alright, so unlock the basic pump, which we're going to need to do. We're going to do a lagoon tank, and I think... I am doing that, but we might end up doing... I'm trying to think of where I want the lagoon tank to be. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a couple things. I'm going to put it over here in this area over here. So we're going to put that there and not there. There. And then we are going to build a wall. Here we're going to move the door over here so we can still access it, and then we're going to build a wall here with another door. See, you open this up for 2 seconds and you've got people that are already coming in. So we are going to put the bench right there. Got that. And then we're going to move the bench. I think I want to move the bench over here. Alright, so we have a type lagoon tank. Oh, freestanding. There we are. Lagoon tank. I probably should not have made it that big, but that's okay because it's a cool tank. All right, so we're going to put it up there, and we're going to actually take this and we're going to move it to about there. So it's got a nice little open-ended format. And then we're going to do the pump once we unlock the pump. Any animal. So probably what I'm thinking we might do is... What animals do we have that I can put in there? Let's see. Almost got the eel that I was going to put there. Might end up just making this the eel wall. I do need to get the basic pump before I'm willing to put anything in there because I do need to have something. So I think I'm still going to put the eel there, and I might put the other eel here. That's the case, I probably could have put the... And then I'm just going to move all of these guys over here. So then I can have, like, everybody can have a friend. There is my eel. So we're gonna go with the Hawaiian fish. And then I will put the Hawaiians in there. While I wait for the... We're gonna pause. So, yeah. So he needs several. So first off he needs driftwood. We're good. Let's also give him some, which will help with his filtration. And then that is sufficient for the heating. And then we need sand eels, which we're going to come down here and we're going to do a sand eel dispenser, which he will, actually we're going to, okay, right there. And that will be our outlet. Almost done with that basic pump. And then I'll move this stuff over here. Next research. We're gonna just do the donation, but we're just, at some point it just becomes a matter of anything. So we're gonna pause. I'm gonna actually, here, I'm going to move. So I have 70, yeah, so we have, what is, water temperature is too low. Yeah, well, newsflash, it's all too low. I'm hoping that I can access. Awesome. So it will tell you which ones you can access. And so we're going to actually link it over to that one. And we're going to... There, so it is there. It is sufficiently heated. Alright, your guests are thirsty. One of your guests is thirsty. Build some vending machines so they have somewhere to purchase a drink. Selling your guest refreshments is also a great way to boost your income. Awesome. I will do that in a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at that one and that one. Alright. So we have orange. They do not have any real requirements other than their heating and water. So what we're going to do is really quickly, I'm going to go through and I'm going to move all their food stuff from over here to over here. That way it's close by, and whoever's feeding them and taking care of them is not having to go all the way over there. And then I will put, I'll put another eel in there once I get that. Or actually, no, I'll put my Hawaiian fish in there. So what we're going to do for right now is we're going to, I want them to have a little bit of stuff. So we're going to put some eelgrass in there. And we're going to there and there. So that is a lot of eelgrass for them that they can play in. And that should be sufficient for them. So now I need to build 3 vending machines. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to I give them a space there. We'll have a space there, and I will put one. See? 2 seconds. That was open 2 seconds, and suddenly they're like, oh, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta move over there. So some of this is just so that you can have it where it's flush. And I'll go through and I can add a trash can next to it once I have that. I don't think I have that open, or do I have? Oh, I do have it open. So we can actually do a trash bin. We will do that, and then we will put another trash bin right there. To have these as... Alright, so we are now going to be a rank 4. So we have a lot of cool stuff. With some different plants and stuff that we can add. And a lot more fish that we can do. See, there's that rabbit ray from the Subnautica. Ooh, I need to do it the Subnautica. So let's go. Alright, crabs and more. Congratulations on reaching rank 4. Among the new animals you can unlock at this rank are the first crustaceans. This blue knuckle hermit crab is a great support animal because it doesn't need feeding and actually provides additional filtering. You now have your final objective. You may also receive optional objectives from third parties. In return for fulfilling certain requirements, they'll offer you a reward. It's completely up to you whether you comply with their request, but you may find it easier to meet your objectives if you do. So with that, I was not quite done. We're going to add a bench there. So they've got some little included bench seats. So now we just need to get 400 prestige points. So let's see what we have. Crabs and more. Our zebra has grown. So let's see. Size. No space. So he's a big boy now. So I kind of want my moray eels to be a little bit bigger space. I'm actually going to move him to a bigger space. But we will do that next time as we pause the game, and we will finish this final achievement in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Howdy howdy, and welcome back to Blue Otter Gaming. We are going to today finish out our aquarium. So we have our abbot eel that we're going to have there. We just got our Hawaiian fish, so we're going to go through and look and see what all we can get. I think I want to get the other moray eel because I would like to have another. I would like to do my moray eels and have a small little moray eel colony. So what we're going to do in here, we don't have any fish in here right now. So what I want to do is I want to go in here and I want to get the Hawaiian fish that I just unlocked. It does take orange pellets. It goes up to a size 4. I believe with what we have in here already, we can just throw in maybe 3 of them. That should be sufficient size, and we'll be able to get some more prestige from that tank as well. We will also, and over here looking at, here's our lagoon tank that we just finished out last time. And we could actually add more fish. We do have several more, so I think I am going to add another couple of each that we have. So we have the king, the royal, grandma, and then we have the orchid dotty back. And then we also have this other one that came, and we will add 1, 2. There's a donation. Then we're going to do, and then 1 more. So we've got 4 of each in this tank. So with that should finish out our lagoon, makes our lagoon kind of nice. I love the little water aspect that we have. It kind of has a little geometric side for it. Hopefully that is not too much. So we are going to look, and we need to keep adding up. So see, they're tired and they go and sit down. Hopefully the video is coming through okay. My OBS is having a little, giving me a couple of error messages, but this is part of this is I'm learning about videoing, and so this is how I'm learning. Awesome. So I've got another eel that I can use. We're gonna pick the research. Let's go back and get a peeper. One of the things that I can do with this is we can also, even though I've already got this, we can open up that, and I know that they can't go through here because there's something blocking their way. Darn. Like, oh no, it's blocking their path. They're always in the way. Alright. I believe... Is it a rank 2? I know it opened up. I was trying to see. Ah, there we are. I know I want to do the moray eels, but I love the idea of having a Subnautica tank. I will do a Subnautica lagoon tank. That would be really cool. All right, so we are going to move this back to here and this back to here. There, and we will just close that off for right. We're going to power combo. I like to try to conserve as much space as I possibly can. What do I have with? Oh, we can do large filter. Awesome, so I'm not just beholden to that. Like I said, I love this game. It's been a while since I've played it, so we are going to pause it as my dog is playing in the background. Alright, so it needs crab, so we are going to first get a crab dispenser. We're gonna put that there. Let's go ahead and while I'm thinking about it, let's move this here and this here and this here. And then we're going to just close one up so that way it's not in the way. Alright, so then second we need to click that a little too fast. We're going to, ooh, look at this. See, coral drop-off scenery. That's a lot of stuff. This is my favorite one. So if I do this, that gives him tons and tons and tons of space. In fact, so much so that we're going to actually come back here and we're going to remove this decoration, because what we're going to do is, now that we have this, we're going to give our eels this. I'm not going to worry about this eel because I'm fixing to move him. I'm going to move him over here. I'll just have a wraparound extension. So he looks like he is happy. He has all the rocks that he needs. So there. So that is our... So we're going to start that again. We're going to come down here. So what else do we have? Interested in some decorations. If you want... yeah, sure, I'll take them off your hand. Decoration delivery. Awesome. So we can... Only thing is, I wish it would allow you to do... So, yeah. So we've got that. We're going to put... the... Yes, I put that down. Alright, so we're going to put the shell there. Do I have more? Yeah, we can do another shell there, and we can put a decorative barrel right there. You can also do that. You can delete all growth reports, which is nice. And so I've got that. So I just gotta figure out what I want to do with the anchor, because I really don't want it to be there, but I'll put it there for now. So people are complaining because they want a bench. Okay, so let's go through and let's add a bench here. And that will give people a place to sit along with this. Kind of like doing a little alcove, because it doesn't take away from having two seats there. What do you mean the anchor's not there? Here. Centrally located. Oh, build a tank with it. Okay, yeah, that's... There you go. Alright, you have a talent. Wow, I'm impressed. When I look at that tank, they're not all in the same tank. I'm transported to another time this morning, actually, when I found that pile of junk on the beach. Now that's art. There's plenty more where that came from. I'll supply you with as much as you need, subject to a small handling fee. I also have some paint available for which you can use to decorate your walls, floors, etc. You'll find it in the infrastructure build in the building menu. Awesome. So what I can do is then I can come here and I can do like tropical beach paint. I can do that with my... That is not tropical beach. There, that's tropical beach. So there kind of gives me a little bit of a... So I can do that. That says it's Nautilus. I don't necessarily care for that. So sometimes it's a matter of just kind of playing around, you know, what do you want? That's the Japanese theme. Blue paint standard. Shipwreck paint, I think, is the one that is the wood. What does leafy paint look like? Yeah, I don't necessarily like the... Maybe they have vine paint. Nope. Shipwreck paint it is. Where... There it is. Alright. It's the wrong one. There we go. So one of the things, even if you don't paint, even if you just, if all you're doing is coloring the floors, if you continue to use one just specifically for the behind the scenes, then that way it really makes it easy to see. So yeah, so we've got several fish that are at 100%. Even my back fish over here are good. I think I want to come out here and do another, so have it where you've got 3 there. Would love a different tank style, but it's okay. And we're going to... Oh, you win. Alright, you've accomplished a lot here at Northwoods. When you arrived, it was dilapidated. You've restocked, reinvested your profits, and transformed it into an impressive aquarium you see before you. Another job offer has come in, this time from a private collector in Elmshorn, looking for an architect to design their dream aquarium. You continue to build here at Northwoods for as long as you want. This message will stay in your message log, accessible via the button on the bottom left until you're ready. When you're ready for a new challenge, let me know. Alright. So before I go, I want to do one last thing. I do want to finish out my my eels. Here's a white spot eel moray. Unlocked your first armored animal. Armored animals counts twice the size when determining what they can be eaten by a predator. This makes them an excellent take mates for your fish and crustacean eating animals. So I do want to do one quick thing before I move on to the next one. So yeah, I do want to make a lagoon tank with my Subnautica animals. So first off, we're going to pause the game. We're going to... I just need a little bit of space. Might as well go ahead and open that up. And then we're going to create a door over here. We're going to do a wall. And then we're going to create a lagoon tank. As big as I can make it. Let's see if I need to, now that I've got that, yeah, we can adjust that there. And I can just expand that out one more. As far as flooring goes, we can do... what does this creepy crawly one look like? Yeah, we could do this one. So we're gonna do that one in here. So a little bit more. We're going to have a pump that's going to come over here, and it's going to connect to that one. we are going to where our pause. So we're going to come over here, and this is 4546b. So that is the planet in Subnautica. So we are going to have this. They do need several. They need at least 3, which we have that. And then I do have several more space. I don't need that. I need this. So we have a rabbit ray. So let's bring that up. We need plants, and they are both green pellets. So, and the rabbit ray will grow in 4 days. Ooh, they're gonna grow to 24. Okay, so I am, or they are 24. I am not going to want to add much of that. 54 science. All right, so we are going to come over here, and we're going to do a power combo heater. That's not quite enough. Still not enough, so we're going to add 1 more and more. All right, so that is sufficient heating and body. So we need to get some plants in here. So I need to have at least 8 plants. So here is, we're gonna look at what do we have that we can get the most bang for our buck. Sea grapes is gonna give us, it's a 2 square, but it also gives us 5 and helps with some filtration, which I have a feeling we're gonna need. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should meet all of the requirements for our, so we've got 2 of those guys. So there is our Subnautica aquarium, our Subnautica lagoon. Look at all 266 science just from that one tank alone. And there is the large filter. We'll also do the large. So towards that end, we are going to, really quickly, we're going to add 1 more tool station. Since these guys do eat, I believe, the green pellet dispenser, we're going to add an extra green pellet dispenser over here, just so that they've got plenty of food. We are going to also, just to keep things out of the way as much as possible. And then we are going to wrap it up with, we're going to have another aquarium for our next eel. It's going to go right here. And we are going to, right there, we're going to pause. And then we're going to, I'm going to do that with blue paint. We're going to actually put that there, although it probably won't matter much. This is going to be a, we could do a corner tank. It won't matter quite so much. But one of the things that it does allow us to do is it would allow us to have a bit more room. So I'm going to actually open this up so that I can get my employees in there. But because I still want them to have this alcove, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have it there. I changed my mind. I'm going to have, I don't need to add another door because I've already got a door here, so I don't feel like I need a door down there. But we are going to add a rocky overhang, and we're going to Alright. Yeah. So I need actually one more thing. We're going to have that goes there, and then so that way we can fit that. So then when we can come in this way, we'll actually add another door right there. And then since this is shipwreck paint, we're going to click on shipwreck paint, and we're just going to paint that over. So we have all the floors. So with that, we've already finished our second aquarium. I'm just waiting for that moray or that eel. I can always select another project and override it, but I'm not going to. So we're at day 16, and we're gonna see, what do we have? Oh, our moray eel has grown. How exciting. So that is, I believe, this guy? Yeah. He has gotten bigger. So picnics, research. I'm just kind of gonna pick some smaller ones that. I have. Oh dear, one of your guests has thrown their fizzy drink on the ground. Build a broom stand and get one of your staff to clean it. Annoying when guests do that. Sweep less, you can reduce by having trash bins everywhere, which I believe I have a few trash cans out, and sometimes guests don't know how to use those anyway. There's our seating area. So what we're going to do is speed it up. We're just going to speed up time so we can get our eel. We can get our last eel, and we're going to complete the entire stage, and then we'll be able to go through and do a brief tour. Hopefully where we're not interrupted, because when this happens, everything pauses. So there's our thing, of course, our last eel. Of course, any of these, looks like these are all about 800. So I'm just gonna pick something. We're gonna pause, and then we're going to come over here, and our white spot moray is just gonna go right there, and make sure really quickly he needs herring. So we're gonna come over here, we're going to grab some herring, and we will throw that we'll throw that in there with him. All right, so with that, we are going to enter our aquarium. Oh, see, so there's our first These are some of the creatures that some of the fish that we first started with. So let's go down here and we're gonna see, here's our tang and our angelfish that we got. Our zebra eel. Hawaiian. Spotted eel. And our chain eel, which actually I just thought about that we have the anchor with the chain and with the chain eel. There is our fizzy drinks with the trash can that our guests don't know how to use. I just, again with this, I feel like 2 is just a little too small. 3 is a good size. There's some more of our fish that I believe we started with those. Those are the Arabian. And then here's our nice size, all the small fish. And then here is our Subnautica tank. So we have peepers and rabbit. We can actually, unlike the guest, we can actually float around and we can go above the water. Isn't that cool? And we can go back behind the door and we can see everything about how the inner workings of the aquarium. Just so cool. Yeah, that's how we would actually go through. And here's the back with the discs. And so that is our aquarium. So next time we will come back, we will be headed towards, rabbit ray is grown. 38. Yep. Yeah, that would be a matter of, he's going to be a massive, so I will probably try to redo this at another point. But for now, our next one that we are going to be doing is we are going to be going to Elmshorn is our next one. So we will be working on that on the next video. Thank you for watching.